A Grand Rapids police officer just returned from New York City after going to the funeral of one of the executed NYPD officers. Officer Rafael Ramos was laid to rest this weekend. He, along with his partner Wenjin Liu, were killed while sitting in their police car on a street in Brooklyn. Only at 5, GRPD Detective David Gillum sat down with our own Joe LaFurgie to talk about his experience going to New York for the funeral.
David Gillum never met Rafael Ramos, but this week he found himself in New York City in a sea of blue uniforms, paying tribute to the murdered NYPD officer.
12 rows deep, and as far as you could see, were police officers from every different, all over the country, some from out of the country.
It's something most people who never pinned a badge on their shirt don't understand. But there's a kinship among emergency services, a brother and sisterhood. It comes from the shared experience of getting up and going to work every day, knowing there's a chance you'll put yourself in harm's way protecting total strangers.
I don't know of another profession or another anything probably where an officer or a person dies doing their job and 25,000 people from across the country show up for the funeral. That in and of itself says something about what it means to us.
But in this case, it's not just the loss of Ramos and his partner, Wenjin Liu, ambushed by a gunman seeking revenge for the deaths of Michael Brown and Eric Gardner, but the current political climate.
A lot of us have the feeling, especially now, where if we don't support each other, nobody else is going to.
That support went well beyond the processions and the wakes. During the funeral, many NYPD officers turned their backs when New York Mayor Bill de Blasio spoke. A snub for statements made by de Blasio critical of law enforcement following the grand jury's decision not to indict officers involved in Eric Gardner's death.
We all have the right to express our feelings through that, and if that's the way they chose to do it, I understand it. It was a moving thing to see.
Gillum took vacation time and paid for the trip out of his own pocket. In Grand Rapids, Joe LaFurgie, 24 Hour News 8.